at Fresca. The boys were in the pot.
Well, must be nice eating in here.
Oh, sure, you bet. You have to lug things out and lug things out. And no one can start until everything's cold. And you're supposed to carry on decent conversation. And no one can leave until everybody's finished. And it sucks, if you want to know. It sucks out loud.
We just eat in the kitchen.
You watch TV while you eat?
Yeah, we used to. We used to watch, like, the local news and weather.
That's something, at least you have to talk.
Yeah, but now we can't watch it. Because my mom read Family Circle magazine. The TV was bad at mealtimes, so now we do put the stereo on and we have to listen to semi-classical music.
My parents said that they tried to eat in the kitchen when I went away to boarding school. But when I got kicked out, they moved back in here. It's supposed to give me some sense of stability.
You think it does?
Shit, no. It gets me all nervous in here. They take the telephone off the hook so no one can call. My brother gets itchy about his homework. And when my sister had anorexia, she still had to sit here and watch, for God's sake.
Oh my God!
My parents spend half the meal bitching and it really bites them. It bites the big one. Want another?
Nothing.
I do. All the boys don't smoke.
Okay. Hey, Sarah?
What?
When the boys come, can we have our drinks in here?
In the dining room?
Yeah, I mean, like, wouldn't it be cool just sitting around this big, fancy, shiny table with Eddie and Dwayne and drinking gin and vodka and Fresca?
No way. Absolutely no way. In here? I get all uptight in here. Now come on, let's haul them. I mean, boys in the dining room. Jesus, Helen, you really are a wimp sometimes.
I'm in here, Gordon. I made tea.
Tea?
Tea?
Why tea?
Because I like it. I love it. Or would you like a drink?
No thanks.
Go ahead, don't worry about me. I'm all over that. We even have it in the house, and I never touch it.
No thanks, Kate.
Well, then have tea. It's very good. It's Earl Grey.
I ought to be getting back.
Gordon, please, have tea.
All right.
Thank you.
Tea in the dining room?
Where else? Or should we huddle guiltily over the kitchen table?
No.
Tea in the dining room. What do you have, lemon or milk?
Whatever.
Gordon.
Milk then, no sugar.
It is. Well, sit down for heaven's sake.
I thought I heard a sound.
Oh, really? And what sound did you hear? A distant lawnmower? A faulty burglar alarm?
I thought I heard a car.
What? A car? On this godforsaken street, should we rush to the window, cheer, wave flags?
Go easy, Kate.
Well, I doubt very much that you heard a car.
It stopped.
The sound?
The car stopped.
All right, Gordon, you heard a car stop. But it's not Ed's car, is it? Because Ed, as you and I well know, is in Amsterdam, or Rotterdam, or who gives a damn until next Tuesday. Now sit down, please, for heaven's sake, let's have tea. Now, when can we meet again?
I heard a car door slam.
Oh, really? That's because cars have doors, and people, when they get really frustrated, feel like slamming them.
I'm going.
I see how it is. A quick tumble with the bored wife, your best friend.
Somebody's at the door.
No.
Yes, somebody with a key.
No, you've got to stay.
Mom?
Lord help us.
I'm home, Mom.
No, you've got to have tea.
Mom?
We're in the dining room, dear. Darling, how did you get here?
I took a cab over from the bus station.
Oh, you look marvelous, taller than ever. Say hello to Uncle Gordon.
Hi, Chris. Welcome home.
Hi.
What's this? Is this what they teach you at Deerfield? Not to shake hands, not to call people by name?
Hi, Uncle Gordon.
Hi, Chris.
But what brings you home, my love? I expected you on Saturday.
I got honors.
Honors!
You get to come home 2 days early if you get above 85 average.
Well, then you should have telephoned.
I want to surprise you.
I ought to go.
Nonsense. Have more tea. Chris, would you like some tea? I was taking a nap, and
Goodbye, goodbye. I'll just
He wanted to talk to me about stocks. I inherited some stocks, and he thinks I should sell, and so he...
Where's Dad?
He's in Europe, darling, as I thought I wrote you. He'll be home on Tuesday. And what does that mean, pray tell? Oh, Mom? I'd like to know what that means, please. I happen to be having tea, Christopher. It's a very old custom. You know, your grandmother used to have tea in this very same room with the same china every afternoon. I'd come home from school, and there she'd be serving tea. Oh, it's a delightful old custom, sweetheart. Where are you going? We don't just walk away. I asked you a question, please. Chris? Chris? I am talking to you. I am talking to you, and I am your mother, and the least you can do is...
Can you sub in here, Harriet? I want to get you the late afternoon light.
Oh, of course, Toby. Well, now, let's see. I thought that I would start with this Irish linen placemat. And its magic napkin is by my husband. Well, now, who was that? Oh, your great uncle. Yes, he inherited these from his sister. And they should be washed and ironed by hand every single time that they're used. Oh, and then, of course, there's the silver. This was a wedding gift to us from your great-grandmother. 3-pronged forks, pistol-handed knives, and spoon with rat-tail back, all Williamsburg pattern. Now, this should be polished at least every 2 weeks. Now for the china, let's see. Ah, yes, this is Staffordshire, as is the butter plate. Oh, this is bone. Oh, that's the color, dear. Oh, this is fun. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, the wine glasses. These are early Steuben, but the goblets and finger bowls are both Waterford. And none of this can go in the dishwasher, of course. It's all far too delicate for detergent.
Finger bowls.
Oh, yes. Our side of the family, we always use finger bowls between the salad and the dessert.
Can you show me how they work?
Oh, why not? Well, now, we'd be sitting here, and the maid would come in, take the salad plate away, and then put the finger bowl down. Now, these would be filled approximately halfway with cool water, and there might be a little rose floating in it, or maybe a small slice of lemon. Anyway, we'd have our napkins on our laps, and once you put the bowl down, we dip our fingers into the water gently, shake them out, dab the napkin, then dab our lips, then the baby would come in, take the finger bowl away, and in would come a nice sherbet or maybe chocolate mousse.
Thank you very much, Harriet.
Oh, why, you're very welcome, dear. But could you please tell me, what is all this about? I didn't quite understand that over the phone.
Well, it's for a classroom project for Amherst.
Oh, my goodness, a project. In what, pray tell?
Anthropology, actually.
Anthropology. Oh, I don't know about all that. What does that have to do with this?
Well, we're studying the eating habits of various vanishing cultures. For example, my roommate, he took the Cree Indians of Saskatchewan. My classmate has the Kikuks of northern Kenya, and my professor suggested that I do my show on us.
Us.
The wasps of the Northeast United States of America. You can
I
tell
see.
You can tell a lot from a culture from how it eats.
Such as what?
Well, consider the finger bowls, for example. There you have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness that stages from the guilt that's associated with the final stages of capitalism. Or the accumulation of glassware and chinaware and the compulsion to display it. Or the subtle hint of aggression from these pistol-handed knives.
Tony,
Yeah?
I'm going to have to ask you to leave now.
And Harriet,
I was going to invite you to stay for a cocktail, but now I won't.
And
Ah! Get out of this house right now before I telephone long distance to your mother. Vanishing culture, my eye! And I'm forbidding you to mention my name in that room. You will not mention my name. You will not show one glance of what is my personal property. And you can tell that professor of yours I've got a good mind to drive up to Amherst myself with this pistol-handed knife on the seat beside me. And when I get there, I'm going to use
all.
Good Lord, what do you mean? Seems to me everybody's been talking continuously and simultaneously from the moment you got off the plane.
Alone, Daddy. I mean alone, and you know I mean alone.
All right, we'll talk. Right here at the dining room. Good place to talk, why not? Matter of fact, I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day.
I love this room. Always loved it. Always.
Your mother and I still use it? Now and then. Once a week. Mrs. Robinson still comes in and cooks us a nice meal, and we have been here. Still. Lamb chops, broilers.
I left him, Daddy.
Oh, well, now a little vacation.
I left him permanently.
Yes, well, permanently is a very long word.
I can't live with him, Dad. We don't get along at all.
Oh, well, you may think that now.
Can we live here, Dad?
You,
For a few short months.
with 3 small children.
While I work out my life.
What time is it? A little after 5? I believe the sun is over the yard arm, don't you? Or if it isn't, it should be. I believe it's almost permissible for you and me to have a little drink, Meg.
Can we stay here, Dad?
Make us a drink, Maggie.
All right.
I'd like a Scotch, sweetheart. Make it reasonably strong. You'll find the silver measuring gizmo in the drawer by the tray. I'd like 2 shots and a splash of water. And I like to use the big glass, the best of it. And not too much ice.
All right.
I saw Mimi Mock the other day. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dad.
There she was being a very good sport with her 3rd husband. Her 3rd, who's deaf as a post and extremely disagreeable. So I took her aside and said, can you hear me?
I'm listening, Dad.
I took her aside and said, now, Mimi, tell me the truth. If you had made half as much effort with your first husband as you made with the last 2, don't you think you'd still be married to him? I asked her that, point blank. And you know what she said? She said, maybe. That's exactly what she said, maybe. If she had made the effort.
That's your generation, Dad.
That's every generation.
It's not mine.
Every generation has to make an effort.
I won't go back to him, Dad. I want it here.
I wanted the big glass with the pheasant on it.
I think the kids used it.
Oh.
Can we stay, Dad?
I sleep in your room now. Your mother kicked me out because I snorted. And we use the boys' room to watch TV.
I'll sleep in the guest rooms.
And your children,
They can sleep in the 3rd floor in the maze rooms.
we close them off because of the oil rules.
I don't care, Dad. I'll work it out, please.
Give it another try first.
No.
Another try,
He's got someone else, Dad. She's there right now. She's moved in.
then fly back there and kick her out.
Dad.
I'm serious. You don't know this, but that's what your mother did. One time I became romantically involved with Mrs. Shoemaker. We took a little trip together to Sea Island. Your mother got wind of it and came right down and told Betty Shoemaker to get on the next plane. That's all there was to it. Now, why don't you do that? Go fly back there and tell this woman to peddle her papers elsewhere. We'll sit with the children when you do.
I've got someone too, Dad.
You mean you've had a little fling?
I've been going with someone.
A little fling.
I've been living with him.
Where was your husband
He stayed with this girl.
and your children?
They came and went.
Sounds a little complicated.
It is, Dad. That's why I needed to come home.
Well then, let's review the bidding, may we? Do you plan to marry this new man?
No,
You're not in love with him.
no. He's married anyway.
And he's decided he loves his wife.
No.
But you don't love him.
Yes.
Or your husband.
Yes.
And your husband's fallen in love with someone else.
He lives with somebody else.
And your children, my grandchildren, come and go amongst these various households.
Yes.
Sounds extremely complicated.
It is, Dad. It really is.
Well then, it seems the first thing to do is simplify things. That's the first thing. You ask this man you're living with to leave. You sue your husband for divorce. You hold on to your home. You keep your children in their present schools.
There's someone else, Dad.
Someone else.
Someone else entirely.
A third person.
Yeah.
What was that movie your mother and I liked so much? The Third Man.
It's not a man, Dad.
Not a man.
It's a woman.
A woman.
I've been involved with a woman, Dad. It's not working. And I don't know who I am. I've got to touch base, Daddy. I want to be here.
I think I would like a repair. Would you like a repair? I'll take your glass. I'll get us both repairs.
I'm all mixed up, Dad. And I'm all over the ballpark. I'm missing a crisis counselor. I'm taking a part-time job, and I'm jogging 2 miles a day, and none of it is working, Dad. I want to be here. I want to take my children to the zoo and the park lake and the art gallery, and do all the things you and Mom used to do with all of us. I just want to start all over again, Dad. Just want to start all over again.
I made one for your mother, and I found the glass with the pheasant on it. In the trash. Somebody broke it. So let's go enjoy a nice cocktail with your mother and see if we get the children to sit quietly while we do.
You don't want to sleep, do you, Dad?
Of course we do, darling. A week, 10 days, you're most welcome.
I can't go back.
Neither can I, sweetheart. Neither can I.
I simply don't know whether to eat or not.
Oh, what's the trouble, Mother?
I simply don't know whether to eat or not. Your father and I were in the living room having a perfectly pleasant cocktail together when all of a sudden that stupid telephone rang and now he's holed up in the bedroom talking away.
Oh, well, who's he talking to?
I don't know. I think it might be someone from the club.
Are we eating or not?
Bertha, I don't know whether to go ahead or not. Mr. Thatcher is still on the telephone.
Yes, Mrs.
Couldn't we at least start the soup?
We'll wait 5 more minutes, Bertha.
Yes, Mrs.
Honestly, that telephone, I could wring its neck. It should be banned, it should be outlawed between the hours of 6 and 8 in the evening.
I've got to go.
Go? Go where?
Out.
You mean you can't even sit down and have some of Bertha's nice celery soup?
I can't even finish my cocktail. Something very terrible has happened.
Bertha, would you mind very much putting the soup in a saucepan, keeping it on a low flame? We'll come get you when we're ready.
Yes, Mrs.
Now, what on earth is the matter?
Henry was insulted at the club.
Insulted?
Uncle Henry?
Pinky Byers made a remark to him in the steam bath.
Oh, no.
Oh, what did he say, Dad?
Yeah, what did he say?
I believe I was speaking to your mother. Pinky Byers made a remark to Henry in the steam bath. He was so upset he left out there and he called me for mothers.
Oh,
I
no.
called the club. I spoke to several people who had been in the steam bath and they confirmed the incident. I asked to speak to Mr. Byers and he refused to come to the telephone and now I must do something about it.
Oh, dear.
Won't you tell us what he said to Uncle Henry, Dad?
I will not take the final mark by repeating it.
Come on, Dad. We're not babies anymore.
Yes, Standish? Really?
He said, Clara, why don't you leave the room?
Why? I'm older.
Yes, she should know. Everyone should know. These are different times. We're not quite ready yet, Bertha. Now go on, Standish, and be frank. This is a family.
Mr. Byers made a remark about your uncle's private life.
I'm afraid you're going to have to be more specific, dear.
Mr. Byers, who had obviously been drinking since early afternoon, approached your uncle in the steam bath and alluded in very specific terms to his personal life.
Oh, what do you mean his personal life?
His associations in the outside world.
I don't get it.
Darling, Mr. Byers must have made some unnecessary remarks about your Uncle Henry's bachelor attachments.
Oh, you mean Uncle Henry's a fruit?
I will not have that word in this house!
He got it from school, dear.
I don't care if he got it from God. The point is my own brother was insulted at his club.
But what can you do about it?
Go down there.
To your mother's?
To the club! I go to the club and I'll demand an apology from the entire grill.
But if he won't even come to the telephone.
Then I'll have to fight him.
Oh, Daddy.
I have to.
Oh, Daddy!
I cannot let the remark stand.
What's wrong with you, Dad?
You may not know what you hear because you're a mother.
Daddy, for heaven's sake.
No arguments, please.
But Baby Byers is half your age and twice your size.
It makes no difference.
I think he was on the boxing team at Dartmouth.
Nope, no difference whatsoever.
But what about your bad shoulder and your hernia?
I'm sorry. I imagine I'll be seriously injured, but I cannot stand idly by.
Daddy, please don't go!
The lamp will be open on, Mrs.
And it's a beautiful lampstand.
Now listen to me, all of you. You too, Bertha. There is nothing I want more in this world than to sit down with all of you and enjoy some of Bertha's fine celery soup, followed by a leg of lamb with mint sauce and roasted potatoes. Am I right about the mint sauce and the roasted potatoes?
That's right, sir.
There is nothing I want more than that, but I must forego it. My own brother was publicly wounded in his club, and when he's insulted, that means the family's insulted. And when the family's insulted, that means this table, these chairs, this room, and everyone in it, including you, Bertha, have been treated with scorn. So if I were to sit down, I would not be able to drink. I would not be able to converse. I would not be able to correct your grammar, David. I would not be able to enjoy your fine meal, Bertha. And I would not be able to kiss my handsome wife goodbye.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Winkins.
Goodbye, Daddy.
So long, David.
So long, Dad. Good luck.
Goodbye, Bertha.
Goodbye, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, Bertha. Thank you very much indeed.
Of course, we can't eat now, Bertha. Have something yourself and let the people raid the icebox later.
Yes,
And the children can have lamb hash on Saturday.
all right, Mrs.
Now, David, you and I will get to the car and wait for the outcome in the visitors' lounge.
Okay, Mother.
So get a book, get a good book, get Ivanhoe. We can be there a while.
Okay.
And Claire, I need you to stay here and hold down the fort.
All right, Mother.
Get on the phone to Dr. Russell. I don't care if he's eating dinner at the operating table. Tell him to get down to the club to give your father first aid.
All right, Mother.
And then study your French.
All right. Mother,
What? For heaven's sake.
is it true about Uncle Henry?
Well, it may be, sweetheart, but you don't say to him, you don't say it at the club, and you certainly do not say within a 10-mile radius of your father. Now, goodbye.
We'll talk in here. No one will disturb us. No one comes near a dining room anymore. The thought of sitting around with a number of intelligent, attractive people to enjoy good food, well cooked and properly served, that apparently doesn't occur to people anymore. Nowadays, people eat in kitchens or in living rooms, standing around balancing their plates like jugglers. And soon they'll be eating in bathrooms. And why not? Simplify the process considerably.
Sit down somewhere, Pop.
I'll sit here. We can look out. There's a purple finch. Comes to the feeder every evening. The feed is young. Now, I want to go over my funeral with you. Ha! I want to do it. There are only a few apples left in the barrel for me.
You've been saying that for years, Pop.
Well, this time it's true. I want to go over this, please. You're my eldest son. I can't do this with anyone else. Your mother starts to cry, your brother isn't here, and your sister gets distracted. So concentrate, please, on my funeral.
All right, Pop.
First, here's my obituary for both newspapers. I dictated it to Miss Kovac down at the office. I've read it over twice, and it's what I want. It's thorough without being self-congratulatory. I mention my business career and civic commitments, and of course my family. I even touch on my recreational life. I give my lowest score in golf and the weight of the sailfish I caught off the keys. The paper will want to cut both items, but don't you let them.
Okay, Pop.
I also want them to print the sticker. It was taken when I was elected to chair the symphony drive, and I think it'll do. I don't look too young to die, nor so old it won't make any difference.
All right, Pop.
Now, I want the funeral service announced at the end of the obituary and to occur 3 days later. This will give people time to postpone their trips and adjust their appointments. And I want it at 3:30 in the afternoon. This will give people time to digest their lunch and doesn't obligate us to feed them dinner. Notice I've underlined the word church. Mr. Fairweather may try to squeeze the service into the chapel, but don't you let him. I've lived in this city my entire life, and I know a great many people, and I want everyone to have a seat and feel comfortable. If you see people milling about the door, go right up to them and find them a place, even if you have to use folding chairs. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Pop.
Now, I've listed the following works to be played by Mrs. Manchester at the organ. This Bach, this Handel, this Schubert. All lively, you'll notice, nothing gloomy, nothing grim. I want to start the service off with a good rousing hymn. Onward, Christian soldiers. Then Fairweather may make some brief, underlined brief remarks about my life and works. Do you plan to get up and speak, by the way?
Me?
You, do you plan to say anything?
Hadn't thought, Pop.
Don't if you don't want to. There's nothing more uncomfortable than a reluctant or unwilling speaker. On the other hand, if you, as my eldest son, were to get on your feet and say a few words of farewell.
Of course I will, Pop.
Good. Then I'll write you in. Brief remarks by my son, Richard. Any idea what you might say?
No, Pop.
You won't make it sentimental, will you? Brad Hoffmeister's son got up the other day and made some very sentimental remarks about Brad. I didn't like it. And I don't think Brad reflected.
I won't get sentimental, Pop.
Good. On the other hand, you won't make any wisecracks, will you?
Oh, Pop.
You have that tendency, Dick. At Marcy's wedding and at your brother's birthday, you got up and made some very flip remarks about all of us.
Sorry, Pop.
Smart guy stuff. Too smart, in my opinion. If you plan to get into any of that sort of thing, perhaps you better not say anything at all.
I won't make any cracks, Pop. I promise.
Thank you. Because you love us, don't you?
Yes, Pop.
You love us. You may live 1,000 miles away. You may have run off every summer. You may be a terrible letter writer. But you love us all, just the same, don't you? You love me.
Oh, yes, Pop. Oh, yes, really.
Fine. Now at the graveside, just the family. I want to be buried beside my brothers and below my mother and father. Leave room for your mother to lie beside me. If she marries again, still leave room. She'll come back at the end.
All right, Pop.
Invite people back here after the burial. Stay close to your mother. She gets nervous at any kind of social gathering and makes bad decisions. For example, don't let her serve any of the good Beefeater gin if people simply want to mix it with tonic water. And when everyone's gone, stay in the house with her a few days. Please, don't leave.
I promise, Pop.
And that's my funeral. I'm leaving you this room, you know. After your mother dies, the table and chairs go to you. It's the best thing I can leave you by far.
Thanks, Pop.
And now we'll join your mother. I'll leave this envelope in my safe deposit box on top of my will and stock certificates. The key will be in my left bureau drawer. You didn't see the purple finch feeding its young.
Yes, I did, Pop.
You saw it while I was talking?
That's right.
Good. I'm glad you saw it.
Annie, it's looking absolutely spectacular.
Thank you, Mrs.
Now make sure the soup plates are hot.
I always do, Mrs.
But I think we can dispense with butterballs. Just give everyone a nice square of butter.
I'll do butterballs, Mrs.
Would you? How nice. Oh, Annie, that reminds me. I must pay you. For you and for Velma in the kitchen. It includes your taxi, so you both can leave just right after you've cleaned up.
Thank you, Mrs.
There's a little extra in yours, Annie. Being such a great help to our family over the years.
Thank you very much, Mrs.
Better go check the living room.
Yes, Mrs.
Annie, some strange news through the grapevine. Mrs. Roman told me that you won't be available anymore.
No, Mrs.
Not even for us, Annie. We've used you more than anyone.
I'm retiring, Mrs.
But surely for special occasions, I mean, if we're desperate, can I still reach you at your nephew's?
He's moving away, Mrs.
But where would you go? What will you do?
Got my sister in Milwaukee, Mrs.
We'll be lost without you, Annie.
You manage, Mrs.
Not like this. We'll never match this.
Thank you, Mrs.
Think I heard the bell?
I'll get it, Mrs.
Women's coats upstairs and men's in the hall closet.
Yes, Mrs.
Annie? Thank you, Annie, for everything.
You're welcome, Mrs.
Lately, I've been having this reoccurring dream. We're giving this perfect party. We have our dining room back and grandmother's silver before it was stolen, and Charlie's mother's royal blue dinner plates before the movers dropped them, and even the finger bowls if I knew where they were. We've invited all of our favorite people. Oh, I don't just mean old friends, I mean everyone that we have ever known and liked. The man who fixes our Toyota, the intelligent young couple who bought the Payton house, the receptionist at the doctor's office, and the teller at the bank. We've invited our children too, and they would all come back from wherever they were. We'd have cocktails, hot hors d'oeuvres, a first-rate cook in the kitchen, and everyone would get along famously. My husband laughs when I tell him this dream. Do you realize, he says, do you realize what a party like that would cost these days? Well, I know that. I know all of that, but sometimes I think it might almost be worth it. To all